Hello from the Moon River RV Resort in Mojave Valley, Nevada. This was our home for a month between our job in Ramona, California, and our new job, which we haven't posted about yet. We stayed here for exactly 1 month, and one of the reasons why this was our park of choice is because they allowed our ducks. And where you see the blue scribbles that I'm drawing right now on the map, we would take our ducks out there every morning and every evening, and they would have their walk and get to go play an adventure out here. They also had 2 dog runs, and a couple of times we did take the ducks to the dog run when it was raining out, but we were always nervous that dogs would come and that would be the priority. And it was really cute. On the days that it did rain, we would let the ducks swim in puddles right outside in the parking area of our resort, and people would come and look and watch, and they were really interested. It was nice. These are all pictures of the views from that area that you saw me scribbling out of the surrounding area, and they were very friendly about the ducks. A lot of other places that we called said, no farm animals allowed. We did have to be careful for birds like this, like these raptors, that they didn't hunt our ducks, of course. And there were all types of other animals out here. These jackrabbits were huge. They were like the size of coyotes, but tons of footprints all over the areas where we would walk. So we did really have to keep an eye out and make sure that nothing came after our ducks when we were out on our daily walks and adventures with them. And about 1.5 miles down the street, where you see me drawing this blue line right now, was the Colorado River. So of course on our first day or 2 there, we took a walk down here and we adventured by the riverside. Here are some photos of that now. We decided to not actually end up taking the ducks there. The water currents were way too fast, and there were a lot of people that would be out there on ATVs, and it said this was a Native American reservation area and tribal law was enforced here, and not knowing what that was exactly, we decided it was best not to. On our walk back, though, we would stop by and see some of the cool birds, and occasionally at the RV resort that we were staying at, we decided to get a little creative. So here are some shots. We went out after dark one night and took a few night shots of the park. And then in the next clip, you'll see some other little photo projects that we did. Again, we had a lot of time on our hands. First time in my life I've been unemployed for a month. It was very strange, but here's another photo shoot we did. In the neighboring towns of Laughlin, Nevada, and Bullhead City, we would go there, once or twice a week, and of course go to the libraries and grocery shop and everything. And here's our adventure to the Davis Dam. This next park is Rotary Park. We would venture here usually about once a week and take the ducks. They would have a good time here. Again, we would not let them swim. You can see there's other birds and water birds and ducks out there, but the currents would be way too strong for our ducks. Luckily, there had been some rains when we were there, and there were always puddles and big expanses of grassy areas, fields, and everything, and our ducks really loved getting to run around there instead and adventure and enjoy. Pretty place, though. And this little gem is the Don Sullivan Park. We only made it up to this park once, and we just were adventuring one day, saw it on the map, and said, let's stop here. Again, did not take the ducks with us for any kind of swimming in this type of situation. That would have done them in. They couldn't have swum in, basically. All right, and this is Laughlin, Nevada. The casinos were here, all along the river, and riverboat casinos as well. Not our thing, so we never went out for a night or anything there. Plus, we were broke the whole time, so we were just doing adventures that were free. But we did come across an interesting little park of rock labyrinths. So this is a little video of some of the rock labyrinths, and of course the surrounding mountains in the background. One of the places that we did not get to visit while we were here is the Dead Mountain Recreational Area. It looked like it had some really interesting courses to climb rocks where like metal rings were bolted into the sides and you could use those to climb up and down. It was just such a long drive to get to the middle of nowhere to see it that we never made it out there, but that was on my bucket list. In any case, here's a few more shots of the rock labyrinths. And there were some other little parks along the water here too, the water side that we adventured in. I'm not sure where my photos were for all of those. I never did find them, so I don't know what happened to those. But in any case, some rock labyrinths. Don't see that every day. It's fun. So the next scribble that I draw here on the map is about 15 minutes down the street from us. We woke up this morning to see that the mountains outside the RV resort were covered in snow. So when we asked around, they said that this was very atypical and they rarely get any snow, even though it wasn't actually in the RV park. It was just about a 15-minute drive away. So these pictures are from the RV park, and of course we got showered and ready for the day, and instead of taking our ducks out on their typical walk, we decided to take a drive first and bring them out to see the snow. So this was totally a first. Our duckies had never seen the snow. Being brought up in Southern California, this was definitely new to them. So here they are out of the van, checking it out for the first time. I don't know about this. But in a moment you'll see they get to go for a little walk in the snow. They kind of have snowshoes. Alright, and these last couple shots are the sunset of the very last night that we spent in this RV park before driving the next couple hours to our brand new work camping job. We will share more about that later. I have a couple of just specific videos about adventures that we had while staying at Mojave Valley that I will make videos of and post before our new adventures at our new job. Stay tuned. Thanks as always for watching. Happy RVing and travel adventures to all of you out there.